Okay, we're just on the end of talking about confession. Do you guys have a little bit more you wanted to mention about that? Or
No, I guess no.
Yeah, let's move on
Mhm.
to
all right, well then, what's the perfect reaction to that? No, I'm kidding. That's the next song.
Totally
reaction.
experimental one.
Yeah.
I
No, okay, keep keep going, Vlad.
uh, this is an experimental song about how a person can feel when he or she is on Jupiter. I mean, the atmosphere, those condition, Jupiter condition, those kind of gases like ammonium, what else, hydrogen, stuff. This is, I mean, it's sort of a experimental one. So we just made some fun when writing this composition and recording it, and I decided to sing this song, um, and Master helped me. So I guess nothing to add really. Experimental one.
Yeah,
Eugene can tell you more about the production, but I guess nothing to add from my
you
side.
know there is no solid background for this song because it was just an experiment. I was sitting in my studio composing, and I was playing with my synthesizers. So I made a beat. So I developed a small song, some kind of an intro or something like that, and then Vlad, uh, I sent the the file, the MP3 file to Vlad, and he told, "Hey Eugene, I have some interesting lyrics. Let's edit and use it as a song." So
Look, my complexion, perfect reaction. Stuff.
there was no serious background for this song.
Yeah.
Well, I like it because Jupiter is one of my favorite planets. Would love to go there sometime. But anyway, um, excellent. Thank you. I didn't know the little of that background. Now, how about Waterfall? And if you want, you can also talk about that video as well.
Mm. Waterfall.
Water.
Waterfall is very unique. I hope unique. Sort of art mission Jupiter song. Uh, Proggy art rock composition, and I like it because there are a lot of different parts in this composition. Beautiful vocal melodies, again acoustic guitar. And in terms of lyrics, I'd say that the reflection of this song is in the last two lines. I mean, the last chorus. In the world of words, people hear what they want more. In the world of text, tend to choose ones that satisfy their mind. I mean, sometimes, um, sometimes you're talking about something with other person, and you say something, and this person, just judges who you are. I mean, not really thinking about the personality. I mean, sometimes you have to talk with a person, you have to know him or her, but very often people don't listen to them and just think about what in his or her mind. And this is very. I would say in a nutshell that this song um, means that people don't want to hear each other. This is the idea of the composition. They do not want to hear each other, and it is easier for them to say that you are this one or that one, and this is a huge problem,
Hmm.
especially
And
when we're talking about our world right now.
this is the most difficult to sing. This song is the most difficult to
Hmm.
sing and the most
Yeah.
vocal complicated. and it was very, very hard to. We re-recorded the vocals for 4 or 5 times until we got what we wanted.
Mhm.
This is, you may notice that this song consists of 2 vocal lines, the high and the low part, and these parts struggling all along all the song, and it was really hard to catch the vibe of the vocals. Nastya, our lead vocalist, tried her best, and in the end, we got what we got. So that's it. I think.
Mhm.
All right, let's talk about the instrumental closer. Another great song, Jupiter.
Yeah.
Eugene, please start.
Oh, I think the clothing song, Jupiter's Master, is the most epic song from our album, and it was composed. It was composed originally. It was composed 5 or 6 years ago, before we started our first recording of the first album. But in that days, we decided to put this song on a shelf because we have no knowledge to produce this song and as it deserves. So several years passed. We decided to record this song finally. And this song consists of a lot of parts, heavy parts, some progressive parts. Then it is an ambient interlude in the middle of the song, and then the epic final.
Mhm.
So this is a very special song for us because it's we think about the song as a piece of art, not as a song or as a music. It's like a poem without words,
Mhm.
a play,
Yeah.
and we call this song a musical theater.
Yes, musical theater, not dream theater.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yes,
You guys don't sound like them.
yes, and
Probably a
this
lot
is,
of people compare you to them, but no. The
no,
female vocals separates you out, and just
Mhm.
the ambience, like you said, and the atmosphere that is set is just. I don't know anyone else that's doing it really in Prague. I mean, it's just really, it's smooth. I mean, it's just smooth, and
Thank you.
yeah. And I go way back listening to a lot of old Prague, and it was wonderful Prague, but it just sounds like you guys have smoothed out the rough edges, and
Yeah.
I hope that continues. Well,
This is a very, sorry, go on.
oh no, I was just going to say let's talk about the next album or where you are in that process, because I want to hear more, and I know a lot of people do too.
The new one. The new one. Yes. So what can we say right now? So we have several options how to work on the next record, and we've just started to work on the new songs. Yes. As we know right now already, it will be an album. Of course, we will start with the single, but who knows? But we just focus on the album right now. Just started to record composition. It will be, Mission Jupiter style, but of course, we are trying to transform all the time to just think something new and special. Regarding the vocals and everything else, we will be ready with an answer a bit later. I mean, regarding the melodies and everything else, but right now, so we can say that we're full of ideas, and we are planning to release it in a couple of years, maybe in a year or a bit later. Yes,
Yeah.
but we've just started to work, and this is the most important thing.
Definitely.
Of course.
Any idea on a title yet? I know it's way early, probably, but
The title of the album?
yeah,
We don't know.
We
No.
don't really
way too
know.
early. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
too early.
Yeah, we just are taking our time not to sit and wait until we could perform our music. We are writing right now. We are composing and producing because right now, as we've told before, it is impossible to perform in Europe. And so we are taking our time. We're not just sitting and waiting. We are taking and
No.
composing. So we don't know the exact date and the exact name. We are just say just producing. It's
Because yes,
So-
we
Any offers? Any offers in other countries like the United States or anywhere?
offers. I mean, offers from label, venue, or what do you mean from agencies?
No, to do any kind of touring outside of Europe.
yes, we have several invoices, but
Mhm.
it is difficult to to travel sitting here. Vlad, could you tell about touring outside the Europe?
Touring outside Europe. I think that the U.S. market is like another world, like a moon. I mean, when somebody right now tells us, "So let's go to the U.S.," it means for us right now, let's go to the moon, because this is almost impossible right now. And also we have to keep in mind one thing: promoting the music in the U.S. is completely different, like promoting the music in the European Union, in Europe.
I'm just
Uh,
surprised. I'm surprised that festivals over here haven't invited you because this album is just
Yes, but you have to keep in mind one thing. There are a lot of bands with great albums, like Paradox
Yeah.
Queen, the band from Britain, maybe and they cannot go because this music industry is really complicated. Of course, maybe in future we will have some, and right now we will not talk a lot about this right now, but we have several proposals from booking agencies, but they still waiting for our next album, and our task right now is to concentrate totally on the next record, and maybe then we'll go further, because so we have to spend a lot of time for promotion in social networks, promotion in media, then trying to find different people in festival industries, in venues. But of course, they can be really surprised with our music. They can tell us that your music is simply wonderful, but you do not have enough people and audience. We cannot let you play. So how can we get bigger when they do not have us this chance? And it means that we have to grow, and then we can get back to them, ask to play, and maybe after they will let us do that. But the most useful step is to play like a support act, supporting band. It may give us some chances, and we were supposed to play with Riverside in Poland in 2019.
Oh yeah.
But then COVID hit, and all our plans ruined. So yes, you can imagine we had to support Riverside in Poland, quite a big rock band.
That would have been a good show.
Yes, Polish band. But regarding the US, I don't really know. First of all, we have to record the album, and then we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen.
Makes
to do it locally, and then if you sell millions of copies, so it is not a problem to to travel around the world, because everyone will cover your expenses and everyone will book a place in festival for you.
If we sell 1 million copies, those people from the industry, they will find us. No worries. But right now we have to find them.
They are thinking like businessmen. They're not thinking about, they may like our music, but until we are not selling millions of copies, it is useless for us and for them to move us from Europe in the United States to perform several shows.
You know, when you're
It's really,
I'm not, I'm
I was
sorry,
going to
Mark.
say it's really a shame because I've seen some of your live videos that you guys have posted, and it looks like you have great interaction and everything. I know it's all about numbers. You're right, but there's something to be said about the emotional connection you have with your fans, both through the music you play and then the live shows.
We dream about that all the time. We're dreaming like we are on the stage playing. I want to be honest, really, I would like to be honest. We're dreaming about that. And we are so frustrated when we cannot support Riverside. So then last year we had to play in Gdańsk in Poland on, you know, good festival. And that, you know, might be a good chance for us, but still some political restrictions. And, you know, it is difficult, but still we hope for the best.
Yeah. We have to be patient and to
Yep.
wait until all the lockdowns are over.
Mhm. Yes, right, sure.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there anything that I haven't talked about that you guys would like to discuss?
I think we just discussed almost everything.
Yes, almost everything.
Yeah, you know. The only thing I want to add that the date of the release of Talk to Me, if I could back in 2021, I would suggest my band members to release the album a little bit later, to wait a little bit, because it was released in the middle of the pandemic situation. You know, the worst date, the worst time to release an album. So
Mhm.
I hope that after this summer, everything will over and all the obstacles will vanish. I mean, pandemic, etc. So we will have a chance to promote our album "Talk to Me" and also to release a new material. So that's it.
I
Will
just, you know,
you-
want to say a couple of words.
Just one real quick question. Do you think
Yes.
you'll release singles or just wait for the album?
No, we will start with singles, 1 or 2 singles before the album, and then an album. But we were thinking about releasing several EPs instead of one album. But then have a prospective partners to work with, and they asked us to just, you should release an album, guys. You don't know. You should release. You should prepare 1 or 2 singles, and then release an album including these singles before.
Yes.
Release before. That's it. So you have to wait.
Vlad, I'm
for an
sorry,
album.
I cut you off, Vlad. Go ahead with what you were saying. Sorry about that.
No worries. Just wait. I just would like to say thank you, Mark, because you know, since I'm almost manager of the band right now, and I'm talking to different media people from the industry. I know, I know that it is really hard to attract attention, and just, you know, send in those letters, messages, please listen to our record. And I don't know, maybe those specialists, those people, they listen to our songs, but they sometimes don't write reviews or do not invite us to play on the stage and something like that. And in the, you know, when it happens, you think that maybe your music is not good enough.
Oh, it's good enough.
Really, because this is really frustrating. And when we get, you know, get feedback like you know, like yours, or, you know, feedback from other agencies, a lot of fortunately a lot of wonderful progressive magazines and just, you know, rock music magazines, alternative magazines, they, you know, wrote about Talk to Me, positive positive views. Like, I would not say like positive, positive attitude towards our record, and this is really incredible. And thank you. You have to understand one thing, because of people like you are. I mean, this industry can go ahead and just can develop, can be better. And thanks for supporting our band.
But still, it is all about the numbers, you know.
Yes.
In the end, it is all about the numbers.
In the end, it is all about the numbers. Yes, and you have to keep in mind, either these numbers come from the promotion or from the from very rich guy or from rich producer, rich person. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is the numbers.
And they'll come. Yes. I think they'll come for you guys. Like Eugene said, and the more you release the singles and then the album, they'll be there. And I hope to God they'll be back for just by the experience of this album.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much, Mission Jupiter, for taking the time to talk to us about the band, your album. And we definitely wish you the best in your bright future, because you definitely are making fantastic music. And thank you again for taking the time to talk to us at progressiverockcentral.com. And I should have this video hopefully completed, and we'll get it posted. But thank you. Thank you very much for everything you guys do.
Thanks for your attention towards our band. Thank you. Thank you, Mark.